What's going on YouTube? It is your boy QDG coming to you live and direct with another video. Alright, in this tutorial today I'm showing you guys how to do a comb over skin fade. Very simple, easy, using detachable blades. Alright, so right here, as you guys can see, I'm setting in my initial ball guideline using my Anti-Slimline Pro Allies. Okay, I do not always recommend, I don't recommend doing this at all completely if you are new to cutting hair, only because some certain trimmers is not meant to cut through thick hair such as this. As you guys can see, my trimmers got clogged. Well, you guys don't know, but if you're a barber, you know. But my trimmers got clogged up. My man Nicholas right here grabbing the trimmers right here, trying to unclog them for me. Puts in work or whatever. But right here, in substitute for that, I'm using my wireless wall seniors. Very good trimmer to finish out, and I do not recommend the way I was doing it either, putting in the ball line, because some clippers can really cut people open. So if your trimmers are zero gaps in any way, shape, or form, just don't do that, period, because you can really cut somebody open and cause very serious issues, and you don't want that. Okay, so after that, you're gonna clean up everything under the sun, pretty much. I don't recommend using a trimmer either to clean all up under there, as you guys can see. So just be careful about cutting hair with not as strong trimmers. Okay, so after that, right here, the second step after that, I'm using my Oster Octanes. I'm using the always blade, going up about an inch above the initial ball guideline. Making sure the guide is neat and clean and even throughout the guide. Okay, so just going about an inch, making sure I'm not going too high or staying too low, making sure that length between the bald and the long hair on top is about the same, as you guys can see. So after that, the step after that, number 3, I'm using the 1.5 blade on the Oster Octanes once again. Okay, going up about an inch or more and staying the same length as the always blade, or if you guys use any other clipper or trimmer, just make sure you guys are consistent and even throughout the guides. I cannot stress that enough. The more neat and clean your guides are, the more neat the fade outcome is going to be. Okay, so just make sure you're really consistent and making sure you're even across the board, because if you have uneven guides, it's gonna look crazy and you don't want that. Okay, so next step after that, fourth guide, I'm using the number 2 blade on again my Oster Octanes. I don't recommend doing what I'm doing right here on the long hair comb over side, because you're not gonna cut all the hair, and hair such as his, for example, is gonna look crazy. So in substitute for that, I recommend using clipper over comb technique, and I'll have a tutorial on that too. So right here, as you guys can see, I bet you guys are wondering why I'm using water. I use water to saturate the long hair from the short hair, so I don't cut the long hair that needs to be long for the comb over. So make sure I trim all that section off the part, as you guys can see, and then clean all that up, making sure if you see any hair poking out in that area. So right here, we're gonna start blending out. I'm using the 1 guard on my wall I'm using the number 1 wall guard on my wireless seniors. I have the clipper. I always start with the clipper about halfway when I take out guides. So I start halfway, and then I hold I go in this X motion, as you guys can see. I'm setting in the X. I'm going left, right, but holding my hand or holding the clipper at a certain angle. It's a proper fading technique to help make sure that you don't set any other guidelines in raising the fade up. So from there on, I work about halfway, closing until the line is completely gone, and to tail lift the line is out. And another way to double check your work is look in the mirror. So after that, when that line is taken out, I go again, take out the wall guard and close my clipper completely and take out the initial ball line. Now, no, some clippers are not always going to take out the initial guideline, because the initial guideline is pretty deep and it literally skins like ball skin. Okay, so make sure your clippers can take out a ball line, because if you don't take out a ball line, the haircut's gonna look crazy, and your client's gonna get upset, and he's upset or she's upset, and you know what I mean. Your name is tarnished, so you gotta be aware of that kind of stuff. So as you guys can see, the technique is still the same. I'm going up and around all over the place, just making sure I'm taking a step back, double checking my work, making sure everything was that guideline is completely out. After that, to clean up even more, go shorter, because a clipper close is equivalent to a triple lot or pretty much skin, but below that is a trimmer skin. So underneath that, if I want it tighter, if I want a skin, I'll go with my trimmers and go and clean up all that other stuff. And as you guys can see, I use that too in my past tutorials too. So, but if you want to go shorter than that, I use a four shaver. Four shavers, just go on Amazon, YouTube. The four shavers I use the Andis, the wireless Andis ones. I didn't use it in this video because my client didn't want to use it, and his skin, the way his skin is, you know. So you gotta take some things into consideration, because some things that might work on one client might not work on the other. So you gotta be very thoughtful, and you know, you gotta ask your client these things, because you know, every head isn't the same. You're not gonna get the same head every time you cut. So you gotta be aware of that kind of stuff. So right here, I'm using my shears. I'm not gonna break down the whole how shears work, but the way I do it, I comb all the hair completely on one side, and everything that hangs past where my hand's at, I cut completely off. And depending on how, you know, what kind of comb over your client asks for, there's different kinds of comb overs. So you know, there's ones where it's rounded in, the ones that's boxed off, but he wants it about spread off. So this technique I'm using right here that you guys just saw me using, it's called shear comb. You comb all the hair up, and the hair is, you got to look at the hair at a certain angle, and any hair that's long compared to the short hair, you cut everything that's long. So after that, when you get done with that, I go with the lineup. As you guys can see, round him up. I'm using my Anderson Micro Alive. They're not clogged. Thank God. Thank you. Appreciate that, brother. Shouts out to him. Shouts out to my man KT in the back, getting ready to cut. So yeah, in this tutorial, I will be using fibers. I'm not gonna break down how to use fibers completely, because I really don't have time to do that in this video. My purpose in this video is to show you guys how to do comb over skin. I cannot talk myself today. Alright, anyways, so lining my man's up and making sure, you know, it's good and even. So right here, you guys can see I'm using my enhancements right here. I use Topic. Make sure that you guys are a safe distance from spraying fibers onto the skin, because sometimes, what's it called? Sometimes, man, the fibers would spray light, and then all out of nowhere, it would spray just a crap ton out of nowhere. So, you know, you got to be careful. So I will always say about like 8 feet away. No, 8 feet, about 8 feet away. 8 inches away. Make sure you spray across the board where you want to line up. Make sure you line them up first too. So, you know, and make sure you show your client you line them up first too, because some clients, you know, when you put that on, they be tripping like, yo, bro, what? You push me back? Like, nah, bro, I didn't push you back. I'm trying to make it look good. I'm trying to help you, you know what I'm saying? Get out here and win, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you show your client before you put on the fiber, like, really see what your lineup really is, you know what I'm saying? So you don't get bops, you know what I mean? I usually have, you know, I don't want to get bopped later. So make sure you show your client. After that, apply the fibers. Make sure it's even across the board. Make sure one side is not darker than the other. Okay, you can't do that. That's just wrong. You just can't do that. So make sure you spray across the board. After that, line them up, and then when you get done lining them up again, spray over with some holding spray. This is a chemical compound that goes in with the hair fibers. What it does is when it dries, as you guys can see, when I'm drying with the blow dryer, after you get done spraying it, you go over with a blow dryer about, make sure it's not too hot, like warm, and after that you wait till the skin is dry. So after that, you go with the razor, make sure you pull the skin back. Make sure, guys, be careful with the razor. You're not cutting nobody up, man. Please, nobody deserves to get your help. Okay, so make sure you pull the skin back and pull the razor towards you. Sorry, my apologize. Yeah, be careful with the razor. Go over the fibers with the razor one more time. Go all over it. Make sure, you know, you cut the hairs that are like super, like stubble. You wanna look for all that type of hair. So cut all this stubble off and make sure it's even. Okay, and that's that. So when you're done after that, make sure you line them up again. Make sure there's no baby hairs or any stubble or any hair loose hairs that have been cut that are sticking to the person's face. Make sure you clean all that up, blow a root on it one time. You guys can see my man is looking quite decent, quite straight A1. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to it but to do it. Make sure you learn the craft, understand the craft, and respect the craft. And make sure you understand it's a tutorial thing, okay? Territorial thing, excuse me. So this is the final cut. I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. I hope you guys understand and learn something from this tutorial, man. That's my goal with these videos. I want people to understand, haircut is a serious thing. So that's the final cut. Combed over nice and clean. That's my man's. Make sure he's all good and A1. If you guys like the video, share it with your friends, give it a like, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video, man.